Hello everyone, I've got some more killer gameplay from Dead by Daylight. I'll be using the generator defense perk build again, which is distressing, unnerving presence, overcharge, and I'll use Blood Warden just for a bit of insurance in case things doesn't go to plan. I think we end up playing in the Cold One Farm here. It's probably not anywhere near the best for generator defense, given that there's 5 other maps, and I think it's the Thompson house. The gens are really spread out in that one, and they're really hard to defend. But luckily I got the Rancid Abattoir. I have defended that map so many times, just haven't got the videos. And Torment Creek's another good map for generator defense. But if you use these perk builds and you're playing Cold One Farm, the chances are you're going to get one of those bad maps for defending. You're just going to have to change your game plan and hope that Bloodborne can pull you out at the end of the game and give you a rank up pip. But the perk build again, it's distressing, which makes me terror radius 22% larger, and unnerving presence to complement that perk by making the skill checks really difficult within my terror radius. And here in this map I've got 3 gens really close by, and my terror radius just surrounds all gens, so if somebody's touching a gen, they have to be really good at hitting decisive strike almost every time. Like flawless at hitting decisive strike, and I don't think there's too many people in the game that can do that. So gens will be banging and you'll be knowing where the survivors are at all times. And as usual, your priority is the gens, not to chase someone across the map. And as always, you gotta use the hillbilly. His chainsaws, it really is like a sports car. It can just take you from gen A to gen B. It's even more effective, the chainsaw on this map, because I've got a better run rather than the last time when I done the Pied Piper. I was in so much control I didn't really have to use my chainsaw to get from gen to gen. But in this map it's so vital. So the first thing you want to do here is you want to scout out the gens. Look, see which gens is close knit together. I see 2 here, they're close enough, but I think those 3 in the distance there, I think that's the 3 I'm going to defend. This layout here is probably better than the Pied Piper generator defense, the video that I've done, given the fact that I've got the better run with the chainsaw and they are a lot closer and I don't have to turn many corners. Like, my terror radius really covers all these 3 gens, and I've got real map knowledge. With my unnerving presence, I really know who's touching gens, because it's like trying to hit decisive strike almost every time, and not everybody can hit those skill checks, so you're really going to know who's been touching your gens. You're really going to know where everybody is. I know they've a lot of good escape routes here. That building where I think they call the infinite, where they go through the window and they come out the other side and they take you back in again. But I ain't gonna chase anybody in there. You'll see in this video that a lot of the survivors here, that they use that as their main escape. And then you have that tree there. A real good survivor could loop you around that there a few times. I was really glad to get that pallet out of the way so early on, because it'll really help me out later on in the game. That's why I was lunging from so far away. It really forced them to throw that pallet down. There you hear the gen banging, those skill checks. I really have trouble with them most of the time. I'm not bad at hitting the overcharge skill check, as long as the killer hasn't got distressing or he's nowhere near. But if the killer's near, that overcharge skill check gets halved when he's close, and it's really tough to hit. Well, they must. I don't think that was the really small skill check that they must have. I think that was the normal overcharge one. But it's still hard. I won't even hit that 75% of the time myself. There will be 25 or more percent where I will miss that skill check even. It's really good perk build. Got lots of luck getting the rancid abattoirs. A few times I've had this layout and I've defended these gens really easily. And the Torment Creek's the same. There's loads of times where there's 3 gens really close. The Rotten Fields is kind of 50-50. There's times you can get 3 gens really close around the killer shack, and you've got the best run for the chainsaw because there's no obstacles, very little pallets. But there's that time when the Rotten Fields gens are really spread out. It's not the Cold One farm. It's not really the best offering to burn if you're looking to do the strategies. Just if you're always running this perk build, you always want to run Blood Warden just in case you don't get these gen layouts. Because Blood Warden can really can save your game. If you normally always do find someone when they complete the last gen. You just go to that last gen, you follow his tracks, or you search the vicinity. If he didn't leave any tracks, you normally always find somebody that's done the last gen, or you normally always find somebody at the exit gate. And if you can down them and just keep an eye on your Blood Warden, once your Blood Warden becomes active, pick him up and hook him then. And you'll see the auras of the other survivors at the gate. You really can get yourself another kill. But here, as always, my gens are the priority. You just want to keep patrolling at all times. And I've given these survivors the 4 gen head start. So there's really no room for error. You really gotta protect those gens. They're really more so priority than the Pied Piper. I know now all these 4 survivors that I'm going to have no problem finding them. Now that they have to come, the map is being made so much smaller now that I've give away all those other gens. We're basically playing on the map that's probably 70% smaller than it was when the game started. So it can get really tough for these guys. And as survivor, it should always be your priority. If the killer's chasing someone, take a look at the gens. If you see a couple of gens close by together, That gen's priority. You gotta take that gen out to stop this situation happening. Now you can see the great chainsaw run that I can use from gen to gen. It really, you can really cover all the gens pretty easily using the hillbilly. He really is King Billy when it comes to this strategy. I don't mind them using the flashlights on me there. I know this game can be prolonged so long, and if they keep doing that, they're not going to have a flashlight come the end when they really need it. I don't normally hook people 2 times in a row, but I know I'm not going to camp this guy, and I'm just going to move away and protect my gens. So I'm really giving them every chance. Anybody that plays Dead by Daylight Survivor, you gotta know that you don't struggle on the hook unless the other survivors are down and it's your only way to escape. But good survivors, they're not going to struggle on the hook. They're going to hang on to someone saves them. And if you go into the struggle state, I think everybody really knows how to struggle on the hook. And if you don't, well, you better learn, because it's so vital to your team being able to struggle on the hook. I see lots of people, they can't struggle on the hook. I think they start off setting too high of a pace when they're struggling. I've done that a few times myself, where my fingers getting sore and I'm struggling to hang on. Your best just to start off with a slow pace and just maintain it the whole way. It really doesn't demand you to rapidly hit that X button if you're playing PlayStation 4. You don't have to rapidly hit the X. You just set a slow enough pace and just maintain it. That way your finger or thumb or whatever will not get sore. But everything's going well here so far. I'm getting my hooks early. They're really having trouble with these gens. They're really not getting much progress at all. It's really good layout this time. If you run this perk build all the time, I don't know if it's really a great thing, but there is loads of other maps that there will always be 3 gens close by. And if you do want to run this, always run Blood Warden, just in case the gens are spread out. But my advice, if you're making it through the ranks and you're sort of getting stuck up near the top and you're D-ranking a few times, I reckon you save up your Pied Pipers. Or you save up your Grandma Cookbook offerings and try and get the Grim Pantry. That way, if you do get these maps, you really could double pip most games. Definitely the Pied Piper, Emily. It's always got the layout's so common, and if it does change, it's still easy enough to defend. I just made my way up the ranks, and whenever I started to take a few backward steps, I just started using all my Pied Pipers, and I got loads of double pips, and I was at number 1 in no time. You'll always defend the Grim Pantry. That's the best map in my opinion for defending. The layout's always the same, but it's just that Pale Rose map that comes along with that offering that's really a tough map to defend. And I don't know what strategy you'd want to use then, but it's not going to be generator defense. You're just going to want to hook as many people as you can, and hope that Blood Warden, that you catch somebody at the end and hook them and possibly kill another one. You really don't need to kill everybody as a killer in this game to rank up. I think I made it to rank 11 really by not killing anybody. There's loads of games where I've just maxed all my emblems and everybody escaped and I still ranked up. You really don't need to kill anyone to rank up. But if you don't have your emblems maxed out or anywhere near it, well, you're gonna need a few kills. And that's his first hook. Everything's really going well. I probably have already pipped by now. Or damn close to it anyway. If you're a survivor, the best way to counter this strategy, I would say, would be that middle gen in the cornfield. Is let that gen go, and if you're survivor friends, you really need a team of 4 friend survivors to pull it off. You would need 2 people on the opposite 2 gens. That way it really gets tough. And if you're a killer, you feel you're going to lose one of those gens, well, you just have to kill one of them. I'll upload a video later of me in the Grim Pantry, which is really a great map for defending the gens. I'll upload a video of that, where that situation where there's 2 people on the opposite gens and they're leaving the middle gen, and I'm going back and forth, and they're the survivors. They're getting game. They're even on death hook, and they value doing the gen more than actually getting caught and killed. So you really got to take no nonsense with that strategy. You really got to be a bit ruthless. But thankfully, these survivors, they're valuing survival more than the gen, which is the normal thing that they should do. I know if I was a survivor here, and I would be happy to be touching the gen, getting chased, and then running away across the other end of the map. I will always do that as a survivor. I will always try and take the killer as far away from the gen that your co-op partner was working on, so that he can get it finished. And if the killer leaves you, that's even better for me. He's giving me boldness points by letting me go all the time. That I'm just not going to be overconfident and try and knock out one of his gens. I'm just going to keep taking my points till I rank up. But I'll always try and finish one of these gens. If I ever come up against this strategy as survivor, I know I'm gonna try and take out a gen on my own. I'm gonna try and do it with someone. That way, hopefully that he chases the other person or me, and they can get the gen done. You're really kind of bit trying to do the gen on your own. You know, these guys aren't survival friends, am I? Because they don't know where each other is, and they're all trying to do it separately. This guy's in death hook. If I catch him, I won't kill him. I would just leave him down, because you know that one of his teammates is going to come to his aid, and that just makes the generator repair process even longer. So it's always a good thing if you down someone, you can always leave them. You know, you can go around, kick a couple of more gens, and find the person that you were actually looking for to help you double pip. But I'm not getting baited into chasing somebody for too long. I'm going to keep working at these gens. They had decent progress on that gen there, but every time they touched it and I went back and kicked it, that the gen's repair is really deteriorating. It's just working into my favour. As he regressed it again another 5, I'll put that skill check on, kick it, and it goes back another 5 again. You really can regress a nearly completed gen quite easily with this perk build. Someone's disconnected already. I think they don't like how long the game's gone on. Well, it really was up to him to try and help his team do the gens. Him disconnecting isn't really helping his team. It's really made it harder now for his team to do this. I don't know why he disconnected, because the chances are he's probably already pipped already. I don't like disconnecting survivors. The survivors, most times, they really need all the help that they can get, and for someone to disconnect like that, it really makes it tough for the survivors. It's unusual to see someone disconnect like that whenever you're letting them go all the time. Normally they disconnect whenever you're tunneling or hook camping, or not being fair with them. But it's really down to him to get these gens done. Maybe I'm imagining things. Maybe the guy had to go somewhere. Who knows? But someone else disconnects in this game, and that's what's making me think that. It's really down to the survivors to they speed this up, not me. I'm trying to double pip here, so I want time. I want to max out all my emblems. I want a double pip, and this is the best way of doing it. Now the strategy's so easy, playing against 3. That's all you gotta do if you're getting trouble doing this strategy. You see, when I mean in trouble, I mean 2 gens that's nearly completed. That's what I would call trouble. I don't even panic whenever one gen's like 75-80%. I'll not panic. I know I can regress that gen really easy. I've done it so many times. You just go back and forth, not too far away from it, but just back and forth. You know that they're eager to get it done, and they're going straight back on as soon as you leave, and they'll miss the skill check because it's so hard, and then it regresses 5, and then you go back and kick it and add another 5, and if they miss that skill check again, you really can regress a gen to 0 from like 75 to 80%. Well, this guy's giving up now as well. He's no real great help to his team at all. I don't believe that guy had somewhere to go. Somebody shouted him, said, "Here, you gotta go and put that game down." It's kind of a coincidence that when he got hooked, that's when he gave up the games. It's really down to those guys to get the gens done. I feel sorry for these other 2 survivors now. And what chance do these other survivors really have? It was tough with 4 people. Now there's 2 of them. There's no way I'm going to kill these people after that. There's times when I'm survivor and that happens to me. 2 people disconnects like that, and then the killer's still tunneling and camping with 4 gens left. That makes me angry. I know this game, it makes a lot of people angry at times. You see lots of people disconnecting in this game, but it's such a great game that it does have its good times and bad times. Whenever you do something good in the game, it can really make you really proud and happy. But then whenever you have them times where the team's really letting you down, and then the killer's not being really sympathetic, it could be frustrating. So I'm giving up my double pip here this game. I'm not going to kill these last two survivors. I don't think that would be fair. I was prepared to kill them and get me double pip, but I just couldn't do it. Telling them now to do the gen. I was annoyed that them guys done that. It's really down to them to do the gens. If they were getting fed up running away and coming back, what do they really want me to do? Why didn't they just play a wee bit more bolder, a wee bit more game, and really try a bit harder on the gen and not run as far? I know I could have ranked up in this game. Still, with those guys disconnecting, you'll see at the end of the game I'm only 3 marks from my double pip, where if I had killed the last two survivors, I would have got those 3 marks, because I would have got the no one escapes bonus as well as the 2 kills. I still would have pipped, but I just couldn't do it. So to me, I'm not the greatest survivor running. I'll try and be stealthy, and if I do run, I just hope I get lucky and can waste like a minute or two of the killer's time. That if I can make a killer waste a minute or two of his time, that makes me proud. That's a success in my mind when I'm a survivor. But mostly I will just try and be stealthy and try and do gens. Just really try and help the team, and when someone leaves like that, it just makes it really tough. But it just shows how good a strategy generator defense is. You've got 4 people and they really have trouble getting the gens done with this perk build. Before I used Blood Warden, I used to get owned whenever the map layout wasn't right. But there's loads of maps where the map layout is right. There's a few Macmillan maps as well that you really could do generator defense. I like the Suffocation Pit. That's really good map. You always have 3 gens at the top and 3 at the bottom, and if you're the Trapper's the best for that map, doing generator defense. Looking at that white screen, so sore in the eyes. I was kinda annoyed I didn't get my double pip. But there was no way I was killing those survivors. Not when they're constantly trying to get the objective done. And those guys really let them down, so they did. Look, you'll see I was only 3 pips away from the double pip. I'm sure that guy had finished 27,000, that's a double pip for them. Those guys